Okay, the clavicle is this part right here. The artermenical is these ends right here. The sternal is right here. The coronoid process is right here behind this frontal bone. You can't really see it. The subscapulae fossa, that one is over here at this end. The granule cavity is behind this bone also, right in the shoulder. You can barely see it. The spine is the back portion. The aromenion is at the end of the clavicle again. The spurious fossa is at the middle of the specula. The spurious fossula is the tip of this bone right here. The inferius spatula is the middle of the bone. The senioroclavicle joint is right here. The areoloclavicle joint is this top portion right here. The humerus is this long bone right here. The top of the head, it's top of the bone next to the on the shoulder. The gradal temporal is this tip of the bone right in here. The gradal temporal, it's right in the middle, this line right here. The deltoid soleus is this little bone right here on the side of the humerus. The medial ends, the medial umbilical is this end right here at the end of the humerus. The lateral epical is at the back right here where the elbow is. Right here. The coronary fossula is inside, a bone inside right here. The skeleton doesn't have it, but it's inside here. And it articulates the radial notch. And then also the trochlea. That one is in the middle of the humerus, inside this bone inside. And it articulates the whole humerus. The end attaches to the radius. The orbitoclavicular fossula, that is this other bone right here. There's like a little arch inside the humerus. The luna is this portion right, this is the luna. The tibia is this bottom bone on the leg. The alistus is the pelvic bone. Pelvic bone is all this region right here. What is the unique about transverse process of all cervical vertebrae compared to those of the thoracic and lumbar vertebrae? The cervical allows us to keep our neck in place. I think that's one of the unique features in our spinal cord, because it does allow movement in the neck area and allows us to move our head from side to side. The thoracic vertebrae has 12 vertebrae, and that's in this middle portion in our spine. And then also the sperneous process, spinal process, is these little spiky things on that are coming out of the vertebrae. The transverse process is this small bone on the side on the vertebrae. And then also the external vertebrae foramen. That one is a bone inside our vertebrae. You can't see it on our actual skeleton, but it is a circle inside. There's a smaller bone there, and that's where it's located. The body of the centrum is where the vertebrae is. There's a middle piece. You can't see it also on our skeleton. It's a small piece. It's round. Inside of that is where the body of the centrum is. And the position of the vertebrae, they go in vertebrae like this. And also what happens with our vertebrae inside of there, it allows nerves to pass through our spine to give signals to our brain for movement, anything like that. Our sternum is in the front. The mandibular is this middle bone right here. The body is all this. The xiphoid process is this small bones right here. The nodular notch is up here. The true ribs are the first couple ribs right here on the top. The false ribs are the ones on the bottom. Also, these bones on the bottom help maintain the ones on the back right here, help maintain our spinal cord together, attached to our rib cage. The false ribs are used to protect our kidneys, but they can prevent, one of the issues with that is it can puncture, and the false ribs can puncture one of our ribs if we do have damage to them. And back to the lumbar membrane, sorry. The lumbar membrane, there is 5 vertebrae in there. The sacrum is the bottom part. That one had 5 bones. And the acoccide is this bottom bone right here.